Ready?
Yo. Sorry, but we've been delayed. You know, white baby Jesus had to sit out with a sore back. That's a true story.
Who saw that shit coming?
Nobody. But we're back. It's Real Ass News. I am Lord Savage.
I'm Carl Cobb.
And we are here to bring to you some real ass news.
Real Ass News. Let's go.
Wow. Imagine that.
First on the agenda, we're going to start it off with just today's events with Ricky Gervais, the Golden Globe speech, and how he just set it off to so many people in Hollywood. I mean, it was just a shit ton funny. Just how he named Epstein and how he named
Man,
so many other things in the
they should have just let him keep
thing.
going.
Yeah,
It should
really.
have been his stand-up,
Yeah,
dog.
that's-
I was like, this is spectacular.
like, can we get this on Netflix, baby? So what?
Yeah, he called everybody out. I loved every second of it.
Killed.
I thought it was spectacular. Thank you, sir. I was very much entertained. And a lot of what he said was right, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, even the shit he was talking about, the political stances. You know, most of those motherfuckers don't know what the fuck's going on, ain't been to school, and have always had money. So, but you know, it is what it is. And even Joaquin Phoenix, you know, I mean, he's his out of quirky self, you know. I liked his speech as well. So, kudos to you guys.
Kudos, definitely. Second on the agenda, Qasem Soleimani, and the assassination of how we assassinated him. Killed him.
We killed that nigga.
We killed him.
Killed him.
Yeah, we killed him.
Donald Trump said, "Yeah, kill that motherfucker right
Kill
there.
him. Kill him.
That motherfucker right there. We need to kill him."
What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, you know, it's just the move. I mean, it's just, you know, the one thing that if I can admire anything about Donald Trump, is this motherfucker. I don't know what they look like, but he's got balls, dude. Okay? He's like, no, we're gonna kill that dude right there. Yeah, that guy who's talking shit and killing people and fucking with the embassy. Yeah, we're gonna kill his ass. And that's what we did. And I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna go in there and take everything.
No.
We're gonna go in there and take all the oil.
No.
And if them motherfuckers got dreams, we taking them too.
All that.
I mean, it's about to be a serious robbery
Yeah.
going down.
In plain daylight.
Oh man.
53 billion barrels of oil is what that government was said to have
Man.
come across just in November.
53 billion barrels.
Now, they
That's
said we didn't.
$100 a barrel, dog. You add 2 zeros to that.
Yeah.
Man.
They said we didn't kill them over, you know, starting a war. Or, I don't know if it's going to start World War III. First of all, I just want to
Man,
let that be known.
it ain't gonna be World War III, dog.
But it's going to be something. You know what I mean? It's going to be some type of war.
It's gonna be us kicking Iran's ass.
This is
man.
true.
That's what it's gonna
This is
be.
true. This is true.
I mean, we have the strongest military force on the planet.
And that's the reason why we flex like that too.
Oh, for sure.
And people say we didn't want the oil. We want the oil. You know,
Man,
people
we
are saying
want all
that
the oil.
people are saying that we oil independent for the first time ever in history. Doesn't matter. The oil represents
We
chips.
want all
the oil
that.
represents chips on the table. Chips on the table mean if they have 53 billion barrels of oil, that's a lot of chips on their table.
This is what we're doing. We're like, hey, watch out.
Wait, hey,
Give me this.
mine now.
Yeah. See that?
Yeah.
That's a power move. Man.
Power move. And
There you go, brother. I didn't want to take
no,
it.
that's okay. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
You know, I mean,
And that's what they use. It was like, well, it's ours now, so it's
man, I'm
we own
just
it.
taking this.
I'm just
Okay?
taking it. That's
Yeah.
it. And so anyway, I believe that's what the move is about. Not sure what's going to happen with it. You know, we'll find out very, very quickly in the next month or so what's going to happen. They was talking about a tax on American soil or a tax on America. They ain't going to attack us. The motherfuckers scared shitless. You know what I'm saying? They just got to tell their people that so that
Oh yeah, they got.
they can feel like they're going to retaliate.
Well, man, I don't know. It might get some shit happening over here.
They won't retaliate on the level to what we just did.
But
you know what I mean?
to be honest though, I wouldn't be surprised if it was us who orchestrated something on this end,
Of course.
just to get something in legislation passed.
Lord.
That's what I would look at.
This is what I want to touch on real quickly about the subject, and we can move on. A lot of people say it was a power move by Donald Trump to go ahead and kill this man because he wanted to be reelected. He said, years ago when Barack Obama was still in office, that Barack Obama was going to try to bomb. It was trying to bomb Iran to make sure that he gets reelected. And he emphasized it more than once. It's not like he just put out one tweet. He put out a couple tweets that said the same thing, to that effect. And then all of a sudden he goes and pulls the same power play during a time to where he's being impeached. He didn't even have Congress about if he could do it or not. He just did it. Now I'm not saying that it was a political strategy, but it's mighty funny how it happened. And he said that this man has been a threat to the country and his country and the surrounding countries for years and years and years. Why didn't you kill him a year ago? You've been the president for almost 4 years. Why didn't you kill him when you first got in office if he was that big of a threat? Why didn't you kill him 2 years ago? Because he was still starting off shit. It wasn't that he was just doing things to the MC. He's been starting shit. He's been going around talking whatever, whatnot. We could have killed him back then. But the reason why we killed him, one theory is the reason why he killed him is for the same reason why he said Barack Obama should have bombed him in the first place to be reelected, which is
hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Coming to a reality check that it looked like this fool gonna be reelected regardless. They're throwing the race, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that shit or not. They're throwing the fucking race, man. And,
we shall see.
Yeah, they're ushering this fool into presidency.
We shall see. Time will tell.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start off with a little audible here and go to some cheery, uplifting moments here. I'm gonna apologize if I butcher your name, sister.
Want me to do it?
I think I got it.
You got it.
Okay. Teresa Cancindamato. Cancindamato.
There you go.
Teresa Cancindamato. Okay, she became the tribal leader of her area and annulled 850 child marriages.
Wow.
And sent all those girls to school.
Wow.
That is the move of the century.
Astounding.
And no one's going to talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
She's in the Central District of Mulloway.
Man, kudos to that queen.
The thing about it is, how did that go on so long? That's part of their society, man. That's part of, she had to be elected queen in order to fight against that. That's crazy. That just lets you know that was a norm.
And annulled 850.
850.
That's a lot. Yeah, oh man, well it's just, you know how the game goes, man. But yeah, that's a serious power move, and big ups to that queen right there, man. Teresa, how do you say that?
Cancindamato.
Cancindamato.
Look her up, please. Look her up. Do your due diligence on it. So I'm very, very interested. Queen. I'm very interested to see what her next move is going to be. If that's the first move that she made, no doubt about it.
Oh man.
And so, we'll talk about trafficking, and we'll talk about pedophilia, and we'll talk about things like that on another episode. But to keep on track, we're gonna keep moving. But definitely keep that in the back of your mind. That it's something that's running rampant in this country, and it's definitely something that needs to be addressed, and it damn sure needs to be talked about on Real Ass News. So we'll attack that soon. We're gonna give it the time and credit that it deserves.
For real. And man, Ricky Gervais killed it. Nigga, you funny.
Killed it.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, what he said? He said once upon a time in Hollywood is 3 hours long, and then by the time Leonardo DiCaprio went to the premiere,
by the time
the end of it, his date was too old for him.
Ah! Bird! Got you,
front of him. White called Joe Pesci Baby Yoda.
Man, hey, he was
in on their ass.
He was killing them.
But,
I loved every second.
Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that he was like, "This is my last time here," and I wish that. Here's the thing. I wish that And here at Real Ass News, I know that we really speak to us. We really speak our mind. Me and Anthony, if we turn this camera off and we turn these chairs around, we just talk to each other like this all the time. And I wish more people would speak up like Ricky Gervais, like it's their last time on camera, or it's their last time doing some shit, and they're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just let it all hang out. This is how I really feel.
It was filthy.
And if we can get to that space, I believe a whole lot of shit can change. Whole lots. Because at the end of the day, we all tremendously, even though we have differences and we have different stance on subjects, we are still, connected by a fundamental realness and a fundamental realism. Okay. Anyway, back to it.
January 1st, 1804, Haiti became the world's first black republic, the first to abolish slavery, and only country established as a successful slave revolt.
Wow.
I mean, that's just kind of a little key factoid right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just kind of something to burn in your between your temples there.
That goes into
and that's next to the Dominican Republic. The place where everyone goes on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haiti's actually on the same island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just the other side.
It's the reason why we don't help Haiti. The reason why we demonize them and talk shit to them. Why? Because we can't really do nothing to them. So what we do is not help them. They need help. If there's floods or whatever. If there's famine. If there's whatever, they need help in any type of situation. We really run to their aid like that. Because America does not forget. They don't. They have a very, very good memory.
Even though they defeated the French, but this is still the same systemic system. So it really is what it is. But big ups to Haiti for that accomplishment and that factoid. That is a fact. We can't take it away from them. They did that. That's something that people should be knowing. And when you're sitting down getting that education that you're supposed to be getting there at whatever school you're getting that from.
Yeah.
So, and just to actually move right into another subject before we get on this next subject here, which I'm kind of looking forward to.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the destruction of black towns in America. Now, this is what we call domestic terrorism. Can you say that word? Domestic terrorism.
Say it with me now.
Man. So we're going to start off in 1873, Colfax, Louisiana. There was a terrorist attack. 150 black men were killed for trying to freely assemble at a courthouse. This is domestic terrorism. They were trying to freely assemble at a courthouse and were annihilated. Okay. Colfax, Louisiana, 1873. It's not that long ago. Wilmington, North Carolina, 1898. Thriving black town. A lot of black elected officials. 300 black people were killed by domestic terrorism. 300. And there's always a prevailing story, whether it's a trumped up rape charge, where the white woman accuses a black person of looking at her or raping her or some shit.
Emmett Till.
AKA that. And, there's this massive destruction. Obviously, Tulsa, Oklahoma is one that most of us do know about, which was pretty much created by some kind of similar hysteria. Lots of jealousy of the success of the town, which its number one product was hemp, cannabis. Hello. They got destroyed from just riots and, lots of jealousy and some trumped up rape charges.
There's a lot of Caucasian people just becoming billionaires, multi-millionaires in the hemp field. Just the hemp. I mean, we ain't talking about weed. We talking about hemp.
Yeah,
the movement
just
of hemp.
For sure.
Weed is like, that ain't even, I can't even count it. Shit, I have to go to the phone on that one. But it's just cool as long as Caucasian people can make money off of it.
I mean, That's kind of how it seems.
That's what it is, man. Anything else got to be shut down. It's a systemic system.
So we also have Atlanta in 1906, thriving area, another false rape claim. A mob of 2,000 white men ravaged and destroyed the community. Death toll 100 people. Okay. Elaine, Arkansas, 1919. There was a 10-to-1 population difference between the black people and the white people. 200 black people were killed in this domestic act of terrorism. So all these events happened, within a 150-year period. Okay. One even less than 100 years, which was Rosewood, Florida, 1923. There was a movie about this starring Ving Rhames.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what does this have to do with today, you ask?
Oh man, that's a great question. Well, I mean, it's just this is kind of how the value system is still in play here.
100 and some years later.
100 and some years later, yeah, I can get a job and then do all these things, but at the end of the day, I can get pulled over and shot immediately, or a various amount of other things, just because my outward dark appearance of being melanated makes me weaponized.
I'm gonna say something, and I'm trying not to go on too much of a tangent. I'll try to keep it quick. These things were in a time where America was in its infancy, really. I mean, not young as a country or whatever, but we were still in an infancy as far as how we did things. We were tremendously blatant. Racism was tremendously blatant, to where they would drag people out, and it was like, hey, he looked at my wife wrong, and they kill a black man and drug him, hang him, shoot him, and then burn him, and a crowd full of people. So we can't do. They don't do that anymore, right? So the way they do things now is they take towns like this that are trying to come up and whatnot, and they gentrify. They take those people's property from them. The reason why there's a
Central District.
Yeah. The reason why there's a stark contrast in gentrified neighborhoods and homelessness is because these people were just hardworking people. Now they don't have a place to live. It's not that they were, had mental health issues or this or that. There's a lot of people on the street, no doubt about it, that do have mental health issues. But there's a lot of people on the street who just can't afford where the fuck they live. They just cannot afford where they live, and they can't afford other places as well, because it's just shit's expensive. Everything's been becoming expensive. So I think that's the play that we're going for, as far as telling people what to look for in the future and how things are going to be. That they're not going to necessarily go out and kill 100 people or 200 people, 300 people, but they're damn sure shut down a whole city and a whole town and kick people out. They don't even have to kick you out. If you can't live there, you can't live there. And then, where do you go? Where can you go? Indeed.
So, I got a book right here. I don't know if you've seen this. I recommend any human read it. Okay. It says The Destruction of Black Civilization. Great Issues of Race from 4500 BC to 2000 AD. If you are a human, I would highly recommend reading this book. Chancellor Williams did a pretty good job. It kind of lost me in the beginning, but then, it got me back in, and I managed to finish most of it. I still got like one chapter to go. But there was someone that I need to highlight from this book, okay? Now, I'm a really big fan of Shaka Zulu, because essentially he held off the British from conquering most of the Zulu area, which was South Africa and larger. And he did that, and once he died, they took over. Mm-hmm. So he was able to do that. That's a huge movie.
Yeah. Not the new one either. The one with Henry Segal.
Yeah, Henry Segal.
That one. In the 80s.
Look at it. Shaka Zulu was a savage, right? You can even, just hit the Wikipedia on him.
Military genius.
For sure. But there is someone that I really didn't learn too much about until I kind of knew about her, but now, I kind of really got some knowledge on her. this queen by the name of Queen Nzinga. She was queen in 1623, born 1583. She was queen from 1623 to 1663, and that's when she died. She was the queen of the Ndongo and Matamba kingdoms of the Mbundi people, who are in present-day Angola. And I probably butchered the hell out of those names. I apologize. So she fought off the Portuguese from enslaving people in that area. And in fact, in 1624, she became queen in 1623, I want to say when her brother died. In 1624, she declared all that territory under her control free man's land, meaning any slave who made it to her land would be free. And she fought off the Portuguese for years. And then there's a big thing where she had a treaty meeting with the Portuguese, and they tried to set her up on this meeting, and they didn't give her a chair. So it was the head Portuguese dude had a chair, and he was trying to belittle her. And then one of her male subjects just came in and got on all fours and erected a chair for her. And then they continued to negotiate. So, I mean, she was a super ferocious badass. You know what I'm saying? And it's someone I felt that we needed to highlight. Strong sister, obviously. Very ferocious and smart, tactical, and had to resort to many things to keep her land the way it was. So shout out to her, and I definitely recommend reading this book and researching Queen Nzinga for sure.
100%.
So we're gonna look at another thing here, and it's kind of a Facebook post I seen and I shared. America can wipe out evil abroad, but can't eliminate the KKK.
We can.
Oh yeah, the Black Panther Party got eliminated.
Yeah.
Fred Hampton got assassinated.
Yeah. His own sitting next to his pregnant wife.
Yeah.
But the KKK, strong as shit. Strong as ever.
Yeah.
And why is that? I mean, I've heard, from what I understand, is why would you kill yourself?
You can't do it if you don't want to die.
Why would you kill yourself? So think about what I just said.
If you don't want to die.
KKK is why are they not eliminated? Why would you kill yourself? People in the KKK are they did try to abolish the KKK or kill the people or do the same thing that they're doing to
them niggas
terrorist groups. Yeah, shit. You'd have to kill senators' kids and shit. You know what I mean? You'd have to kill the mayor's, brother or something like that. You know what I mean? Hella police officers because they throwing up the white power and all that. And we know what it is, bro. We know what it is. We know. We know it's not like, hey, look at here and then you got to do something. We know what it is. We know the difference. It's just like the difference that when somebody say, hey, come here, my nigga, or it's like, nigga. We know the difference. We do. And so we do. So don't let that, that TV bullshit, fool you. People know what time it is. And we know y'all not playing. We know y'all undercover and y'all hidden. And but doesn't seem the sentiment, man. It goes along with the same ideology of how people explain away when Donald Trump does shit. They explain away shit with this sense of unawareness. They're unaware that he's doing something egregious. He's doing something that is against this country. He's doing something. They explain it away like that. They know better, but they explain it away like they don't know. I didn't see that. I didn't see him being racist. I didn't see him being misogynist. I don't see him being a dictator. I don't see him being like that. It's
just following the crowd, man.
Of course, they ain't following no crowd. They know what they're doing.
They're following the crowd, man, and it's really the same game. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just getting a little bit bolder, but the game hasn't changed, man. So I mean, it is what it is. The opiate of the masses, it's just, you gotta use your tricks, and man, people think this guy's like a religious prophet. So I mean. But, I'll be honest, I'm not really that high on the opposite, Democratic running mate either. I kind of do like Bernie Sanders.
I like Mayor Bloomberg.
But, I'm not really too high on any of
And
the
I'm wondering why they're not even trying to push this dude, Bloomberg. He's the opposite of Donald Trump, and he's a billionaire. Everything that Donald Trump doing, he was like the opposite of that shit. Even with, So anyway, do your due diligence. Look up Mayor Bloomberg, and he's been Mike Bloomberg. He's been around for years and years and years. He's actually done incredible things, and but you'll see for yourself. Just do your homework on it.
Well, I think that's about it, man. We're about to get the hell out of here.
You have to get up out of here.
I'm tired, and we'll be back next week. I don't know if White Baby Jesus is gonna come.
We hoping so.
Because this motherfucker called out with a hurt back. I don't know how that's even possible. But anyway, we'll see what happens.
Must have tripped walking on water or some shit.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
Tripped over a dolphin or some shit.
Yeah, something like that.
It's all good.
But yeah, we'll have some more real ass news for you next week, and it'll be right on time.
What we want to ask as well is if you are watching our program and that you see anything that's interesting or do you want us to speak on the subject, let us know. Let us know because we damn sure,
Next week, we're going to talk about reverse racism.
Reverse racism.
Oh, never mind. It doesn't exist. So we don't even talk about
It's going to be a short episode.
it. We're out of here, fellas.
Yeah.